It's been a long time. It was something that was, you know, year after year. We came here from 2001, I think, was the first year that I came here. And we've been there every year since until basically I retired. And then all of a sudden it's been a while for sure. And it was really nice to turn up here, and especially with it being quiet. I love the atmosphere, everything that happens during the race weekend, but it was something special about turning up here on a day like today. It seemed to turn it on for us, and see everything. The ocean was so calm. To have the circuit to ourselves, it was amazing to just pull into this circuit after so many years, and it being, how I remembered it, basically. There's always turns that you remember. Unfortunately, you remember some crashes and things as well, knowing how they can bite you pretty hard. But at the same time, I don't think there's a single corner here, as much as turn 3 is something special to me, and it's an amazing turn when taken at speed. There's just something beautiful about this track. We didn't need to ride this place fast to really grasp the beauty of it, the undulations, just everything. The view of that ocean that normally at our speed we're not looking anywhere near there, where we're looking for our next apex point. And today we really got to sort of enjoy and, I suppose, smell the roses and actually, enjoy every aspect of this circuit. So I got to see a lot of details in the track that I haven't really seen before. Normally you're coming here with a lot of expectation. There's either a championship on the line, or you're just trying to get the job done again, because, things can go wrong really quickly on a MotoGP bike. So you've always got to stay very focused. And it's nice just to be able to roll some laps around this joint. Like I said, take in all the beauty of it without trying to milk everything out of it, just being able to enjoy what it is. And it is, without a doubt, in my opinion, it's the best circuit in the world. But it's definitely one of the best circuits in the world, against any sort of circuit, that we've ever ridden on, and the ones we haven't. It's hard to say what's so special about this event. For me, this is about as original and old school as you can get. For the current calendar and the current tracks and the way that they're evolving, let's say, with all the extra runoff and all these other things, this still has grass, it still has gravel traps, things like that. It's still one of the last circuits that were almost as its original design, which flowed with the land, and it still goes up, still goes down. And we've kept the beauty of this circuit and its rawness. It's fast, it's difficult. The weather can play a huge element here. In the smaller categories, slipstream is huge, so they're able to stay really close and fight really well. And in the big categories, there's lots of overtaking opportunities, because there's lots of scope for people to make mistakes. And, I think it really opens up to some incredible racing. It's fantastic for motorsport in Australia in general. It was great to be back at the F1 and see what an amazing event that was, and how much everybody loved having it back in town. And I see much of the same coming back here to MotoGP. Everybody's been waiting for this to come back, not just even the fans and everybody around here to make cows. Like you said, it does come alive, but the riders are really looking forward to coming here. It's like we, there's not many circuits that we go to that you pretty much, this is an island, but it's a lot of farmland, everything like that. It's a really peaceful place, beautiful coastline, just everywhere you look. So it's one of the most spectacular circuits, not just for the track, but everywhere around it. So I think it really brings a lot of people to actually enjoy the whole area rather than just the race weekend. It's been a long time since I've done that journey. I've done it many, many a times, but certainly never on a bike. So to be able to have the opportunity to do that on a day like today in particular, with a mate such as Chris, it was fantastic. It's something I've wanted to do for a long, long time. I wanted to make the journey a little longer and make our way over a few days. But today, being able to come from Melbourne all the way down here, actually see what's around, because I was always very much, I arrive in the airport and I go straight to the circuit or to the hotel, the house. And I didn't really get to stop and enjoy the actual atmosphere and everything that is in this area. And it's a beautiful part of the world. So, it was fantastic today to actually, have the chance to cruise down here and enjoy the moment, actually arriving to the circuit.
It's pretty cool just coming over the island to start with, and you get here and it brings back racing memories. I haven't raced here for gone 10 years, and I've been coming down to watch the GP or working in media, but we've had a couple of years of no MotoGP racing, which has been sad for us motorsport fans. But to actually ride in here on a motorcycle, you know, it was like, oh wow, this is pretty cool. We got the track to ourselves, the perfect day. It brought back a lot of memories, some bad ones, but the good ones really stood out, and you know, the great racing and races I've had around this place. Believe it or not, we've known each other for a long time. We grew up racing dirt bikes together. We went over to Europe at the same time. Obviously, we had successful careers. His was very successful, one of the greatest riders of all time. And now we're both, you know, we're not competitors. There's no pressure. We get on well. Our families get on well. And we met in Melbourne and rode motorcycles down here. It was really good fun. And to come here and chat about the old days and reminisce, it was a pretty cool trip. Funny, hey, like I was like, oh, you know, I might be able to beat you around here today. And he's like, yeah, you reckon? No, it was pretty relaxed, and we were having a good time and just talking about it, and you know, the good times he had and the good times I had, and our old days, and what we used to do and what worked for us, and the rivalries we had with other riders, and things like that. And even talking about the modern races, you know, who's going to be fast around here come this year. And yeah, it was good fun. Well, MotoGP is my passion. It's what I did. I love racing motorcycles, and it's massive in Europe, and there's some fantastic racetracks we go to around the world, but I don't think there's anything quite as iconic as Phillip Island. And it's the same, not only because I'm Australian, I think I'm biased, but all the Europeans love coming here. It's probably the best racetrack in the world. It puts on one of the best races in the world. And it's a track where you got access, like the fans can get so close and see these bikes doing over 330 k's an hour around here. Conditions can be iffy. It just puts on something special, and we've had some of the closest top 10 finishes in all time around this racetrack. You don't know who's going to win. It's just one of those great moments, and I think the championship's really close this year. We've got some great rivalries inside MotoGP at the moment. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top come October here. Yeah, away from the track, it's pretty cool. You go into Cowes and it's hectic. It's like another world. There's some big parties going on, and the motorcycle fraternity, you know, they make it a great weekend. So I think there's things to do down here for everyone, and parties on pretty late at night, that's for sure.